Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on Tuesday affirmed the lower court's judgment that reinstated Philip Shaibu as the Deputy Governor of Edo State. The appellate court, while delivering judgment in the appeal brought before it by the Edo State House of Assembly, dismissed the appeal seeking to uphold Shaibu's impeachment. Shaibu was impeached on April 8, 2024, following the adoption of the report of a 7-man committee set up by the state's Chief Judge, Justice Daniel Okumboa, to investigate allegations of misconduct against him. The House Majority Leader, Charity Agwobarehian, had said that while the report of the panel was unable to establish the case of perjury brought against Shaibu, the panel found him guilty of disclosure of government secrets. Justice James Omotosho of a Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on July the 17th voided the impeachment and ordered his immediate reinstatement. Yes, sir, Mr. Momo, sir.
Yeah, first of all, that is my state.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I'm from Edo State. I think it's a congratulations for the rule of law.
Okay.
How one man wakes up one day and decide that the person who they were on a joint ticket elected and decide that that person must go. The people ought to decide. And unfortunately, the State House of Assembly was towing the governor's directive. And for the rule of law, it's a congratulation. But above that, I think what the Court of Appeal did was to reinstate what the lower court said. Yeah. Part of the reliefs the lower court granted was that that office was never, that thing was in capital letter, it was never vacant. In other words, the man who is there today, Omobayo, who is the current deputy governor, what it means by this judgment is that for every kobo he had received, for every penny he has received, for anything, any document that he has appended his signature is null and void.
Okay.
For every kobo that he has received must be returned to the coffers of the Edo State government. If nobody prosecutes him today, someone else will do that tomorrow. So he should, by this judgment, return every single penny he has ever received, whether as allowance, as salary, as extra code, he should return them. Because this judgment has said there was never a vacant, the office of the deputy governor was never vacant. That was the relief granted by the lower court, affirmed by the Court of Appeal.
Yeah.
And so it must be said clearly, it is not just the affirmation of that, but these are the reliefs granted by the lower court, and it must be affirmed. And Omobayo needed to be told that the implication of this judgment is that whatever thing you have received, because of the privilege of that office of the deputy governor of Edo State, he needs to return every single thing. And every document he has ever appended his signature on is null and void.
Okay, but being that the governor, Governor Obaseki, might not rest his oars concerning prosecution of this matter, being that he is not still comfortable with Philip Shaibu as his deputy governor, do you think that there are any more avenues left for the governor to exploit, including the House of Assembly, in discharging?
No, unfortunately, the governor has no local standing to appeal this matter. Okay. Those who appealed the matter were the State House of Assembly. Okay. So if the governor, on what ground would the governor say he's going to appeal the matter? In the first place, it was the State House of Assembly who said they found him guilty. These are the allegations against him, and set up a panel. Yeah. It was not the governor. The executive didn't do anything. Yeah. What the executive simply does was, when he was impeached, they went back and brought Omobayo to become deputy governor. The governor has the executive has nothing. No local standing here to appeal. What are they appealing? That's one. Two, I think that by this judgment, the instrumentality of the law, the Nigerian police, the banks, every other institution recognizes now Philip Shaibu as the authentic deputy governor. In other words, his privileges for his security details should be restored. His office should be restored. All of his aids should be restored by this judgment. Unfortunately, when we had the lower court judgment, what they said then was that they have gotten a stay of execution, but the Court of Appeal has affirmed it. And I think that it takes it's immediate. And the police and other institutions of government should restore. It's a statutory. It doesn't need the governor to give that order. No, it's statutory. Statutory means that it comes, you don't need to append your signature to say, okay, bring this police. No, it's statutory. You remember that the lower court directed the Inspector General of Police to restore all security apparatus to him. And so that takes effect now.
Okay.
And so for me, it's a congratulation for the rule of law, especially Edo State. Like I said, it's my state.
Yes.
We have had this lawlessness. It was also in Edo State, where you have people who won election to the State House of Assembly, got their certificate of return from INEC. They were never sworn in until their tenure expires. That is a lawlessness in Edo State. And so, for me, it's a congratulations for the rule of law, for the lovers of democracy, not people who come to office via democratic means and turn themselves into a mini god and dictators in a state. And so for me, it's a congratulations to Philip Shaibu, congratulations to Edo State and the rule of law.
Okay. Being a political juggernaut that you are, and being that it's a terrain that you are already conversant with, I want to know your opinion on the present. What do you think might be the political how would the political environment turn out to be coming gubernatorial? Being that I think Igbenedion, Igbenedion just moved over to the APC, and also Adams Oshomole is hell-bent on making sure that the state is recaptured by the APC. Do you think that Godwin Obaseki has what it takes to still retain the state for the PDP coming gubernatorial elections? Sir?
First of all, I am an advocate of good governance. Whether the PDP or the APC, there's also the Labour Party.
Yes.
For me, the best man should get a job for Edo State. Regardless of political party. I'm not affiliated to the APC. Neither am I affiliated to the PDP, but we are all from the same state. And so for me, the best man should take the job. But in taking that job, we should look at the last 8 years. The people of Edo State, I speak to them. Had there been progress? If yes, continue. If no, look for alternative. That's one. Two, I think that the political atmosphere in Edo State is one such that, though it's an agreement that it was never written, but there was an agreement that the governorship, the seat of power, should rotate between the 3 senatorial districts, where you have the Edo South, Edo North, and the Edo Central. But unfortunately, you have had godfathers who are selfish, who are hell-bent on this is my person and that person must occupy the office. Adams Shomole came. He has spent 8 years. Godwin Obaseki is there now. Adams Shomole is from Edo North. Obaseki is from Edo South, the Benins.
Yeah.
He has spent 8 years. 2 of the political party, the APC and the PDP, had now moved their base to Edo South, Edo Central, which, in all honesty, everyone in Edo State wants the seat of power, even though not written. But there is this understanding among the political class that it should go that way.
To the central.
It is going to the central. But for me, like an advocate of good governance, I always would say that let the best person who has the best policies, who had the people at heart to win the election. But speaking to Edo people, for me is to say, has your life been better by what we have had in the last 8 years in terms of quality primary health care, education, road infrastructures, and all? Has your life been better? If not, go the other way. If yes, continue. But look at the candidates without sentiment, so that we will not be voting with our heart. The heart is for emotions, it's for sentiment. It's for say, oh, he's my brother, he's my sister. Let's not use our heart to vote. Let's use our head to vote the coming September 21 election in Edo State.
Oh, fair enough.